Alright, straight after the cup, here we go. Make sure the mods are uninstalled. Alright, turn off that. Alright, let's get ready for this one. Wait, double check. Off, okay. Sure, yep. Okay. Okay. Memes, think of memes. Ooh, I got a good one. I know where he's from too. Hell yeah, here we go. Alright. There, somewhere. I don't actually know his birthday, so whatever. It's not really a meme, but okay, let's do it. Yeah. There we go, that's me. Perfect. No, actually, I don't like this. I'm gonna use. Go with my signature. How about I kind of want to make a funny pun for this. I'm definitely editing all this out. Me taking forever to fucking think of a name. The roosters are clearly from Montserrat. There we go. Alright. Okay. Here we go. Shit. Alright, gotta focus, get a good start, and then I can talk on, act more casual. Oh wow, that's really high for a pretty shit car, honestly. What? Oh, I was gonna say 10th and 11th, alright. I shouldn't actually care. Honestly, I should just be focusing on doing this quickly. Ooh. Come on. Just anything really. I guess I'll use a bit of this as training to keep up with like weather and stuff as I'm driving and managing. Singapore is a pretty harsh track on tyres, so I might as well go for conserve and let them race out a bit. Unlike my meme of an ERS run, I'm actually just gonna kind of try a little, because I'm gonna need to know some stuff about this soon. Hit you after this lap now, so you can have softs fill up. Take those two away. Done. Now I just need to focus on you for a bit. Need to pit after her. Okay, so done. You can have an extra lap fuel, doesn't matter. It should be good. She should be good. Shit. How the fuck did that happen? Well, whatever. If you fuck up, whatever. It doesn't matter. We just honestly have to finish races as quickly as possible. Just doing pit stops is just a great way of keeping my skills up. Yes. Although he's gonna break soon. I think his car's about to break, which isn't really my concern. Honestly, I don't care. You're gonna pit now, go for supers. Go. Pit now, go for supers. Honestly, just having that, like, it's just fine. Doesn't matter. Ooh, fuck, no. Ooh, doesn't look like I'm gonna get a good time for this. Oh, races are approximately 5-ish minutes each one, though some can be longer depending on what happens in between, so kind of on track, kind of not really. Though I remember my split for Black Sea ERS like 5:39, so or it's 4:39. I hope it's not 4:39 because it's been pretty shit right now. Oh, I hope it's 5:39 because it looks like I'm about to be on track for that. Yeah, probably 5:30. No, there was qualifying, so that's probably put me over by a minute. Yeah, that's probably why I gotta. Yeah, now that I look at it, it looks, yeah. I remember it being 4, not 5. So qualifying should probably bump up the time it'll take for this by like maybe a whole minute. Damn, that's a minute per race. Extras. That's about 5.5 minutes each race for 11 races. Jeez, that's quite a bit. Alright. Definitely take about an hour and a bit. I would love to see if I could get a sub 40 that we remember that. Excuse me. I don't know why he's worried about financial management, like. It's not like the team's gonna make money anytime soon. Yeah. I've been researching ahead of time for my ERS to WMC run, and that's gonna look pretty freaking tough. Obviously, like it was going to look tough no matter what. Like, the plan is, I think the plan for an effective run would be to get a first season win and just be promoted to the Asia Pacific Series straight away. Whoops, pencil. I've been jotting down notes, and I've been researching about which drivers to hire, how to hire them, which engineers to hire, how to hire those as well, and exactly what I need to be upgrading and when and why. And also which buildings I need upgraded straight away as well for the fastest run. Oh. I think I think I'll be able to get a good run out of it if I keep researching. I haven't done enough research, I'd say. Probably have to. I'll research it by going through slowly and seeing which actions do what and how they'll affect the overall shape of the run. I'm gonna pin him after this lap actually. So yeah, fill you up. Give me enough for the rest of the race. Hey, hold on. It'll be that -1. It is that -1. Ooh, wait, actually, just leave it. Go. Ooh, hold on. So it'll stay wet for a bit. We should leapfrog a bunch of drivers here, especially if they don't pit now. Yeah, that's really fucked those drivers in the front. I'm gonna bump up the intensity. We should be good for a bit. Oh, he's on fresh and just damn. Ooh. Okay. Honestly, let's go for the rest of the race. Go. You're probably going just behind him, actually. Yeah, you use it just far enough between each other. There, see, there you go. That's how you do it. And Sylvander will be able to overtake everyone in front of him very easily. That's, though, going to be an issue. Though he's pretty well ahead. I'll see how it goes. He'll probably fall it down. Yeah. But yeah, the ERS to WMC run, it looks like that one's going to be pretty challenging. It might take a few attempts, especially with the fact that you have to get the right things working first out. You have to also manage quite a few things before you even start the first race. So like an ERS run would be way faster. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get podium for this? That's crazy if we get podium, though. I'm on a slow speed, like pace wise, for the run. Yeah, easy. Podium with the worst team. That's honestly just because of the wets, really. If rain comes around, it's so much easier to beat AI, because they have no idea when to pit for AI. They seem to do it the worst times ever. And once you're in the last pit, you've pretty much executed all your strategy, so if anything happens after your last pit, it's just down to a driver, honestly. So, yeah, third's pretty good. No, the third's really good. Oh shit. That was close enough, yeah, I'll take it. I'll reject that. Lucky I remember that actually. So it did split. Da 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 da. Oh, reject. So yeah, 5.5 minutes each. That's that mean I'm on or off. Let's see, wait, so I honestly don't know what that one. So let's see, it'd be 5.5, yeah, 10, 11-ish. Oh, so that one was probably a lot slower than, yeah. So I probably had a slow Beijing and whatever. This will be the only run anyways, so I'll be. I kind of want an under 1 hour run, but at this rate, probably not gonna happen. It'll probably be over now by a bit. But I'm fine with anything really. Well, I'll be fine with an hour-ish run. I'll be happy with it. Really gotta do this to me. Give me mediums. Alright. Though I don't want to talk too much about my strats for the my big run, because I don't want to give them away too early. I want to use them all at once, and then deck out a good time, see if I can't find any improvements off that. So if you're watching trying to get sneak peeks of my my big run, well, good luck. You're not getting much out of me. You can get it once I finish the run. Jeez, this one's slow. What the hell? Although I was kind of. This one's pretty slow, honestly. What? Oh, what the hell? Why is this not? Oh, I'm a dumb fuck. Wow, that was dumb. That was really bad for me. Oh, I fucked up the keys there. That was really bad. I should have been able to. Whatever. Whatever. We keep moving on. We got this. Oh, that was really bad, actually, though. I should have been way more on point with that. Fucked up the keys there. Because there's quick keys to manage your tire management and fuel management. And I was pressing the wrong ones, thinking I was trying to decrease it, but I was actually hitting the increase button rather than the decrease, which was pretty dumb, honestly. Like that. Like if you watch Batista now, she'll suddenly have neutral instead of conserve, because I'm using the hot buttons, and there goes conserve onto Sylvander while I pit him. Actually, pop on the mediums, probably fill him up to a 9 laps just in case. Batista, I'll pit her after. Pit you in for that and that. Just conserve so she doesn't wreck the car's tires or anything. Bump up Batista, Sylvander's fuel because he's got excess. I'll bump up his driving style. Jump up the engine mode on Batista, but I'll ramp up the tire driving once they're down low enough. And then Batista. Now we let it all run. Should get a decent finish. If Sylvander's car doesn't break, which it more than likely will. There you go. Just happened there. Batista should, off the back of this, though, get some overtakes. Giving it some conserve. Now, let's run. Yep. Yeah. This is the sort of run you do for most of the seasons. But it's much easier to do a, sorry, it's much easier to do these seasons, but once you do a full 100% run, that's the one that's going to fucking cost a lot of time. You need a lot of focus on that one. But for most of these season ones, all you have to do is pick the worst team, pick the worst finishing position, and you don't have to give a fuck, honestly. You don't have to worry about mistakes you make. You can just click through, click through, click through. It's just a click fest, really, almost. Not quite. It does still take quite a bit. Still gotta remember what you're doing and also the split. Here it comes. Come on, split. There we go. I should have clicked that faster, but whatever. Alright, here we go, Phoenix. I think I might do way better this time. I think this is the one where they have curves and turns in it, the last one in the season. The last race is literally just a bowl. Oh yeah, it's literally right there, down there, but you probably can't see because of the live split. Oh, I might care about that, honestly. Alright. Yeah. I'm probably just going to set Pacific Series run, then a WMC run, and then I'll probably be absent for a while I research on how to get nearest to WMC run, though I'm going to research it in between doing runs, so it won't take long between me finishing my WMC run to doing my normal run. Between normal runs and the big run, I won't take long, surely not. That and but I've got university in between as well, so I have that to focus on as well. If that gets in the way of things, I might not end up getting runs done very quickly, but hopefully I'll be able to get world records in each category and keep him. I've got ERS now, which is really good to hear. That one was a really quick time, 51:51. I know I can do better on that, so if someone beats me there, I know I can do better. But I might, if someone does beat me, I might consider thinking about a better plan, method of beating a better method of getting through that season faster. Oh, oops. Do that. Don't want to set them down that far. Alright. Oh yeah. I think for the most part, doing fast qualifications and like simulating the qualifications and practice sessions is the way to go. I think that's how it would go. But I don't know. We'll have to find out. Ooh, shit, that was bad. Oh. Rip Sylvander. Whoops. Hope she'll be fine. Oh, easy overtake. Easy overtake. And lost it. Nice. Thanks. I mean, it doesn't matter if we win or lose, actually, but I kind of want to see how far I can get with this crappy team. Because this is practically the team I'll be racing as when it comes to this season. So it looks pretty even. Especially with the fact that you have spec engines in this. So it's not that bad. Which just sets you up for the next season in WMC for engines. So you practically never have to develop engines. I think I just gave something away. I said I wouldn't give anything away, but I've already started, so I might as well give away that, at least. I mean, honestly, I'm probably just going to give away more and more as I keep going, just because I want conversation, not really something to talk about while I run. Split. Yeah, I'm not gonna forget any of them this time around. That's my goal this time. So if I can get split numbers for everything, I can actually like work on them properly. Unlike just kind of winging it. Which is kind of what I'm doing, but not really. I mean, I have a strat, I'm sticking to it. It's not a very detailed one. But the reason why I don't want to give away my big one, the big run strat, is because it is a very big strat, and I spent a lot of time. I spent about an hour researching already. I'm like not even confident I've got the first season down pat even, because you have to win it. But I've got some things in mind. Yeah, cool. I have an idea. A few things. So the Asia Pacific season, it doesn't require engines at all. No engines. So you get spec engines, which I think I started something. I don't want to check now because I'm in the middle of a run. But I know in ERS, spec parts are literally set to 150, which is pretty high. So you end up going into Asia Pacific with a very high very high statted aero kit. And from there you should be able to get a good season, at least. Though I think it might require 2 seasons in the Asia Pacific to get out of it. Especially if you have to develop a bunch of parts. I'd imagine the engines is spec, that's important. And because if you start with most midfield cars in the ERS, they have a decent enough engine already. And the reliance really doesn't really always come down to an engine. Like, it always comes down to 3 or 2 things that they use. Like, races are either they either have like what is it? They have like they have either useful or what's the other one? Like it's better than useful. It's crucial. That's it. Crucial. We don't start with the C. If something's crucial, then it'll affect how fast your car is around the track, more so than any other part. So the performance of that part will greatly outweigh the performance of any other part. But if you have what is it again? It's the if you have a useful part. I'm lost here with what I should actually just focus on running. Yeah, so the performance of that part usually affects how good your car will go around the track. But also, the part that's crucially useful, it will be used more, therefore will also be attacked more. Its reliability will drop faster than any other part as well. So say, parts with engines, you require a decent amount of thing that I just said. reliability. Yeah, you need a lot of reliability for things that are crucially useful. Alright. It's just a ton of work trying to remember everything and play at the same time. So I'm trying to not lose focus at the same time, while trying to focus on something else, which is catch-22, I guess, but whatever. I'm not losing enough focus as it is, so yeah. I've made sure to research for like the run, which drivers and which mechanics would be a good idea. I mean, mechanics you can see, but you also need to know how to hire them, because you can't just hire them. You have to know what they want. And that's it's pretty difficult when you haven't scouted a driver. So I just ended up figuring out. I also used a database editor to look at their stats without having to scout them. I don't use the database editor to cheat though. That's not what I'm for. It's just sort of silly to cheat. It's something you can definitely accomplish without it. I mean, I'm all for, like, if you're playing single player and you just want to cheat, that's fine. Like, I understand, I do that sometimes just to, you know, fuck around. Sometimes get some of those achievements that are ridiculously hard to get. So I'm all for that, but for this sort of thing, no way, no touchy. This is something I have to actually accomplish. It's more of the thing that you do when you don't know how to do something. Like, I had this one challenge that I will readily admit that I couldn't really pull off on my own. So I ended up just doing it, just getting the database editor to manipulate how powerful the parts were. Which you have to do, like, in order to do that, you have to, you can't just create a new game and get that sort of bonus straight off. Like, you have to actually, like, you have to save the file and then edit that file. So I can't cheat in a speedrun realistically. Like, I'd have to go through, I'd have to pause it, save it, and then reload the save in order to make an effect, because the way Motorsport Manager reads a save file, it reads it once, loads off of that, and then it processes off of that. It doesn't ever touch it again unless I tell it to. Oh fuck. Oh wait, no. Undo that. That didn't affect my time, did it? That's what the split is, right? It doesn't look like it. 7 minutes seems like a long time for a race, actually. This is probably one of those yeah, it's a mid-season run, so... Oh, no, don't do that, don't do that. Leave it. Far out. That's one of those things where the mechanic does get it. Although I could have just fired him, but... doesn't really matter here. Yeah. So yeah, the database editor is really good for checking stats on drivers that you haven't scouted yet.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey Ben, coming to watch me do the run?
Yeah.
Whack. Yeah, I'm like halfway through it now, so...
Asian Pacific. Sweet.
Yep. Sorry, what was that? Bro, what are you doing? Are you grabbing food? Bro, oh. What a douchebag, he doesn't even listen. But yeah, if you want to use this database editor, it's on racedepartment.com. Just look up Motorsport Manager database editor. It's really cool. It's also a fun way of like adding drivers to a custom game that you might want to run, like for yourself, just as a, like if you want to add a friend or a custom driver in, you can do that. There's the only annoying thing is that if you want to customize their portrait, it's really hard. You gotta look through the numbers and which characters have those same numbers, and then you have to look in game. It takes a while to figure out what everything is. But there is online, I know there is a list of traits by their number, like say if someone's a wet weather pro, that's got a number assigned to that trait. You can assign it to a driver, but yeah, like I said before, it's something I'd only do for my own fun, like solo game. Not something I do in a speedrun like this. No way. That's just dog. And like I said before, it's impossible to do it without it being obvious. I'd have to save and then load the game over. I could do it on another monitor to hide the fact that I'm doing it. If I run the game in this window, it would look like I've done it. That I've done it. Thank you. Yeah, it looked like I still got the game up, but I could definitely do it off screen. But I'd have to still load a game after saving it. It would just take like the effort. I could definitely do it to a level which would look convincing, but it would look fishy as well. Like cars would start flying around at rates that would just start looking ridiculous. Like you can make an ERS car go 500 kilometers with it, which is honestly funny to do, but ooh, I should probably turn that down. It's funny to do, but like it's kind of bullshit as well. Like you know what you're doing. Yeah, honestly, I've only used it to add drivers, like friends of mine, to the game, to a custom game, which you have to do, which I've mentioned before. You can only do that by loading a new. Actually, you have to start a new game entirely to add people in.
Is there a record for them? No, there isn't a record for this.
No, yeah.
Damn. So you'll get world record.
Which if as long as it gets accepted. I'm just talking about how I've been researching my ERS to WMC run. And how
Wait, with this, is it the same one as the other one?
Yeah, pretty similar. Just very similar run.
Just the tracks across.
Yeah, it's a lot longer though, so well, it isn't a lot longer, it's a little longer. But yeah. I definitely think there are methods and ways you can cheat these speedruns, but I don't look into that. I usually look into how I can use that database editor to help me research, rather than to actually cheat. But it's more worthwhile to actually get it right on your own. And also it's also legal, so it's more of a, if you cheat you don't exactly get a world record too. So you don't have to, well, I wouldn't say don't worry about me cheating, I'd just say, I say don't worry about me cheating, so I probably won't. But just because I say that, don't stop checking me, you know? I don't ever want that to happen. I don't want a dictatorship to be ran or anything. And just because I seem honest doesn't mean I am honest, you know? 2-minute noodles. Fair enough. It is that time of night.
It's actually Fortune Cafe noodles.
Okay.
Do you have an extra power port?
Yeah, over there. There's 2 of them. At the very end of the bed. I know you hate climbing across it because it can fall apart pretty easily. Or all you have to do, Ben, is just you can't shift. You know, you just have to place your knees down or
Shift.
yeah. Oh damn it! It clicked off. See, like that. If I was to do that, right, you'd see on the bottom taskbar, you'd see a little helmet, right, and that'd be the symbol of the database editor. Actually, after I've done my speedrun, I'll show the tool on the desktop. And that way you can understand how it works and how it can be used.
Explaining how to speedrun tier 1 viewer.
No, I'm explaining a thing that you can use to research things about the game, and then also...
Tier 1 viewer.
yeah, shut up.
Which is probably just me.
Yeah, probably. Did you watch the entirety of the other speedrun?
No.
Yeah, you were there for it all, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I know Danny watched a bit of it. Because he made a reference about it. Oh my god, there again. I honestly should actually just put that lock thing on. Next time I do it, I'm just gonna... Oh. It's quicker if I just...
I was like, yeah, I should go under the bed, but I'm too fat for that.
The bed's really low, yeah. That's pretty much an
on
impossibility.
one side, though.
Is it? What? No.
On this side, it's... Oh, my eyes are just bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro, you're blind. Don't you have you were meant to go into the eye doctor, weren't you? The optometrist, right? To get your eyes checked, yeah.
I was going to.
Yeah. What happened, bro?
Mum said we were going to a different one.
Oh, okay.
But we obviously haven't booked it or anything.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. But yeah, there is another tool. I don't use that anymore actually. It's one that you can edit saves. It's a save editor. So there are two different things you can use. One is definitely one that you can cheat with. The other one, no. Either way, you can tell. You can tell if someone's using it. Because if you use a database editor, you don't have to load a different save for that one, but you do have to check something before you start a new career. There's a small little thing you can check called test my own mods from the workshop. That one, if you touch that, that's definitely a no-no. But it's a mod anyway, so you can't do it. Just. Oh, missed it. Yeah, if you touch that one, that's a no-no. Anyways, because it's a mod. But yeah, that's how you can use that one to add drivers that would normally not be in the game. Yeah. All right. But yeah, the save editor, that one requires you to save a file, edit that save file, and then reload that save file. Because it doesn't work in real time. Like
Wait, so you're doing this run?
Hmm?
You're doing the Pacific Asian run, and then that's it?
Yeah, I'm just doing this one and that's it. I'm almost halfway, I'm halfway through.
I'll probably go watch RLCS afternoon. Yeah, no way, I'll be watching that, yeah. Sounds fine.
No. Yeah, that's another race done. Done and busted. I haven't missed a split either, like hitting the split button either, which is
You don't need me today.
You fucked up anyways, but whatever.
Ow.
Here we go, another split, here it comes.
3-2-1.
And
How far are you
split.
from second?
For the ERS one?
Yeah.
About 10-ish minutes. 10-ish. Was that you laughing? Or was that you, like, coughing? What was that?
I don't know, when I have hot food, I like to do that.
Okay.
And it's so annoying, because
Like, and you
Wait,
can.
aren't you doing the big one today?
Hmm.
Why not the big one today?
Oh no, I have to research that more.
Oh.
Yeah, I was talking about how I've been researching it. I talked about a few things. If you want to look at my notes, they're right here. So far, if you even care, or even know what that means. Don't go shouting any of this out loud, okay? Because like,
let me see.
okay, don't shout any of it out loud.
X2.
What? X2? What is that? What is X2?
Design something.
Mm-hmm.
Design two of them.
Yeah, because you can do 2 before a race.
I don't understand what this.
What? So, at the top, it says which building I need to build, right? That's the first one I need to build. Oh, wait. Second thing is design something and do it something amount of times, which is 2, because you can do 2.
Yeah.
Then I just say improve parts logically, which is just code word for do the right thing. And then it tells me which drivers I should hire and how much I have to hire them for, what, how long they want to be hired for, what status they want to be hired for, the signing fee, the bonuses, and also the mechanics, and then designers if I need to. Then there's like just one of the race strategies I've got done. Because the idea is to win as many of them as possible, at least give my drivers the best chance at winning them. But yeah. I think with the general idea I have going from this, I can win most of the game with it.
Wait, how does the big run work?
You start off in the ERS, you have to pick one of the bottom 5 teams, right? I know which team I'm picking, and I'm not saying which one it is out loud, though it might be obvious which one it is. I haven't said it before actually though. On my other stream I said I'd pick Octane. I'll just say that I'm not picking that one. I found out that's actually not the best team to pick. It's like one of those math questions. You're like, oh, it's not what it seems like, is it, sir? So I'm just gonna pick the one that is the other one, sir. And he's just like, yeah, you didn't figure that one out though, did you? There we go. Alright. Well, there's like only 4 other teams. It's obviously not Predator Racing. You can't win the first season with Predator Racing. And the majority of teams you can't really win. There is one that I think you can pull it off with. And that's Dragon, the Dragon Racing team. The Chinese one. For a few reasons. And I'll explain why. One is they already have a very well upgraded HQ. They already have a level 2 design center and a level 2 factory.
I love how you're like, oh, I won't spoil it, spoils it.
Yeah, literally spoils the next. I don't really have much to talk about, and I said I was going to probably spoil it if I didn't have much to talk about, because I'm just that retarded. But yeah, in this you really don't give much of a damn. You just sort of like try to train while you're doing it at the same time. Though honestly, you could probably just like walk off while half of this is happening, because like this one really doesn't make much of a difference no matter what happens. These runs, you just pick the worst team, you pick the worst season standing, and then you just drive. That's it. You just let it all happen. Oh, rain's coming. Oh no, actually, I'll leave that. It's too light to even bother with. Easy peasy.
When you're on them ultra softs.
Yeah, I know, right?
When you're PP ultra soft. Sharpie feeling that ultra soft.
Yeah, bro. Oh my gosh. Actually, I think I should get into a habit of hitting the space bar whenever that happens, because it's fast.
They should make super hard tires.
There probably is super hard tires, but it's never used them. Final lap, here we go.
The cars drive strange.
So the idea is, things I want to get, the goals for the big run, right, is win the ERS in 1 season, right? First season, straight out the gate, win it, right? then get a I think the first season of the Asia Pacific season is not fuck up, right? And then win the next one, and then just do the last season is WMC. Though I might want to figure out if figure out a strategy to winning the Asia Pacific one in literally one season. That'd be really good. But yeah. These ones, all you have to do is just... it's a lot of getting the game to just continue for you. It's not much. There's not much to these speedruns. These ones are probably the most boring in my opinion. They're very simple. They'll all have the same strat too, so you don't really have to care when you're doing these. But I mean, if you don't care, you don't get a good run. Whatever. Point is, the ERS, APS, and WMC season runs, they're like pretty meh. They don't really offer much.
Wait, is there no F1?
There is F1. It's the WMC.
Oh, is that WMC?
No, but when I play single player, I usually play with a mod in it. I usually mod it. You're not allowed to mod it for speedruns.
What do you mod?
I add this mod called Fire 18, right, which is where it replaces all of the seasons with F3, F2, F1, and it will, and it replaces all the drivers with real drivers as well. Though in that one, it's very easy to get a 5-star driver like that. Yeah. Yeah. Although, I think for that strat, having the Motorsport Legend background would be a good idea. Although, I know you can straight up just get those, the 2 drivers that I want to get. You don't even need to be a Motorsport Legend to get them. Because the Motorsport Legend background allows you to just hire anyone you want. And they'll just be like, yeah, sure, why not?
Sounds dumb.
Yeah, it sounds dumb, but it's more like imagine if
was like, yo.
Oh yeah, if Nicky Lauda was like, yo, anyone would just go, yeah, yo, bro, what? You want me to join your team? Yeah, totally. I'd definitely do that. Yeah, easy.
That wouldn't happen.
No, it really would happen. Not because Nicky Lauda's running Mercedes right now, but because Nicky Lauda's Nicky Lauda. if you could be on Nicky Lauda's team, pretty much. If you could be on Nicky Lauda's team, like anyone would jump for that. Unless they were looking for like a... Unless they were looking for like an F1 series or something. That's where it's kind of unrealistic, I guess, because... like... yeah. Anyways... we got this. Oh, alright. Someone crashed straight up. Yeah. Whoa, hold on. This guy's called Costa. And this guy's called Costa. They're both Costas. They cost a lot.
Yeah, they cost quite a lot.
Yeah, they're in the top team as well, so they probably do cost a lot. They Antonio Felix da Costa quite a bit.
Cost a
Oh,
lot.
what? There's only 9 laps left, the hell? Short oh yeah, I'm running short. Wow, okay, never mind. She crashed and she's out. Yeah. Guys, go. Wait, oop.
Why is this fork so sharp?
Oh wow, that's interesting. Rain's coming. That's nice. Oh hell yeah. Hell yes. That means... oh my gosh, look at that. Look at how wet it gets all of a sudden. Bro.
Yeah, use super softs.
Nah, I'm actually gonna try a little.
Wait, but... no, because there's no point of pitting. Because it pauses the game.
I like your idea, but at the same time I don't.
Okay.
I think I honestly just want to, like, if I don't have to, if it comes down to the point where I have to beat someone else's run, I will do that. I will, like, literally just hit the 4 key and walk away pretty much, and let them literally drive around the track until they crash and pop tires and.
But pop tires makes them go slow.
Huh?
Popping tires makes them go slow.
Yeah. So obviously I'd just let them pop their tires.
But then they wouldn't get around the track.
Well, it doesn't matter. If you're a lap behind, you just have to finish the lap you're on. Or if you're like 3 laps behind and the driver in front wins, like they pass the check flag, you just have to pass the check flag. You don't have to go those extra 3 laps. But at that point, it's obviously you're 3 laps behind. You're not coming back after that. So yeah. I guess I could do that for a faster run for every one of these runs. When it comes to the big run, the really big ERS to WMC run, that's definitely not gonna happen.
Yeah, you gotta win that.
Yeah.
Wait, it's ERS to what?
WMC, so it's
So you gotta go the whole way up.
whole way up. Yep.
How many seasons is that? Like, they have to complete practice?
3 at minimum, but I think it's impossible. I think you have to do a 4th one. Though don't quote me on that. It might be possible.
I'm quoting you on that.
Okay, thanks. I mean, it might be possible with like the best team in ERS to do it in 3 seasons, but with one of the worser teams, don't know.
Maybe if you're a professional motorsport manager.
No, shut up, Ben. Don't give me that.
Drew, imagine if
Yeah.
motorsport manager became motorsport.
You'd have to have multiplayer at least, and there is no multiplayer in this. I wish it had multiplayer, it'd be so much fun.
Think about it, speedrunning is kind of a e-sport.
Yeah, kinda.
Sport is competing against each other. In
The fastest
physicalness, e-sport is competing against people on video games.
Yeah, I guess this is kind of an e-sport if you put it that way, honestly. But like not really, I guess.
Yo, imagine rocks on the liquid.
Whoa, that would be really good.
Sick.
Oh yeah. Whoa. Yeah, I'll take this headset off actually really quick, because I don't need it. It's not like there's anything that requires my ears in this game.
Ears.
After this, I'll probably grab something to eat. You know,
Huh?
probably grab something to eat, like one of those meals that's in the freezer. Heat one of those up. Yeah, they're pretty good. Zoom. Oops. Down to that. Okay. Okay. Zoom. What's wrong with her? What happened to her? Dislocated shoulder. Okay. You're gonna keep driving though. Because what I say goes. My nuts. Ben, the meme where Yoda just like tricks on those. Yeah, pretty much. Hamburger.
I wonder what life would be like in prison.
Probably not good. Just gonna wager a guess that it might not be good in prison. Like,
What do you know?
I don't know, I'm just guessing pretty much, so take it as it is. Zoom, boom, boom. Oh, this is gonna be tight. Who's gonna win it? For all them marbles. Nobody is. Well, not me, that is. Dude. That Costa dude. And the other Costa dude. That Costa dude came first. But the Costa dude. The other Costa dude. They're probably like brothers. Like, the in-game lore is probably. Yeah, the lore behind it. Probably brothers or something.
Behind what?
The two guys that are called Costa. They're on the same team and everything.
Oh.
So probably. They're probably brothers. At least I would think they are. But yeah. Ooh. Evening Herald. That's like the Morning Herald. But, I don't know. Whatever that meant. We're about to get into the last race, Ben, and I'm probably going to get a 1 minute or 1 hour 5 minutes-ish, which is about the same run as second place for the ERS, so that sounds pretty good to me. Bro, what is that on your arm? There's lines on your arm. Yeah, what the hell are those? Have you been like sleeping on your arm funny or something?
Those are scratches.
Whatever. Like, what the hell is that? It don't look right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yup. Oh, it does it for me. Alright then. Zoom. Was that like... Game chugged a little there. Funny enough. Wait, why are you running those? You should be running softs. Gabos. Zoom, 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 zoom. Honestly, anyone can really win this race because all it really takes is a rear spoiler and engine mode, which is why Sylvander, despite being in the trashiest of cars out there, is right up at second place. Actually, wait, medium tires are better, honestly, for this. Boom. Scrap. And... Okay. Batista. Just take my money when I'm in need. Far out, what was that all about? Bruz. Ben.
Yeah.
Bruz.
Good luck, bro.
Dude. It's gonna be one of the most boring races ever. I don't know how people like giant bowl racing. It's pretty like meh, to be honest. Just casually dissing the Sorry, whoops. Meant to be telling you to do that and telling you to pit. Especially after that. That. Please do that, and we should be good for the rest of the race. This race is pretty boring, cause all they do is drive in circles. Literally just a giant circle, but a little fat on one side. At least it'll be over soon. Oh, and the whole run will be over soon. Hell yeah. Be pretty like boring sort of like race to do for a final. At least Abu Dhabi isn't that bad for the F1 season. Yeah, Yas Marina's pretty alright. Like it's pretty uneventful though usually. Though it's usually because the championship has been decided a race beforehand anyways. That and also like Yas Marina is pretty like it's pretty bog standard. Like it's flat. There's no real pitches and up and down. Also here we go. We're about to finish the run. Can't hit the split button after the thing. Has to be on the home menu.
Home menu.
Home menu. Home menu.
Yo, this run's slow, Jamie. You're not even good. This
Shut
is
up.
10 minutes. This is like
Done.
5 minutes slower than your old one.
Hey, it's even faster than the ERS run the other guy did. Whew. Alright.
No.
Easy. Done.
What's that guy's name?
What?
Not Merhan.
Oh, the...
He got an hour. He got like an hour.
Yeah, right, true. So this one's slower than that other guy, but honestly, this is for the Asia Pacific one. So
He said he was gonna do this one.
yeah, well, he's got to beat this. He's got to beat 1 minute 4 and 54.
Good luck.
Good luck, bro. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna quit this. I'm gonna quickly show that database editor and also the save editor. Alright, let's go to my little here's where I keep it in here. Database editor looks like this. Opens like, should open a second. Where's save editor? Do I not have it? I don't think I have it anymore. Do I? Nitrox installer. What's Nitrox installer? Nitrox. I'll click on it now and see what that is. But anyways, while I'm doing that, this is really how you do it. You can check everything from even journalists. That's cool. Didn't know you could do that. What is Nitrox? Wait, what's Nitrox actually? I'll look that up later. Yes. Figure out what that is. But right now, see drivers. Yeah, you can look through all the drivers here and check all their stats. You can edit them too. You can also add new ones at the bottom down here. But yeah, see the nationalities. What columns here? You can scroll across to find their stats like braking, cornering, smoothness, overtaking, consistency, adaptability, fitness, everything like that. And then of course you can even see how fast they'll improve, which is over here-ish. Improvement rate, here we are. This one. Stuff like that, really high. They just, you can see everything about them, everything you possibly want to know, how many stars they have, and it gives you a very detailed everything about it. I only use it to research though, that's it. You can get it off from the race department, not that hard. Anyways, that's it. Ciao.